My name is Gail Streck. I'm the CEO for Alliance for Hope International. I'm very excited to be here and to be able to answer that question, which is if I could do one thing to reduce gender violence, what would it be? I would focus on non-fatal strangulation. As a former prosecutor, we missed it in San Diego. We thought choking was no big deal. Little did we realize that it was a marker of a homicide. Today we know that if a victim is strangled one time, she's 750% more likely to be killed. And because there were lack of injuries and lack of victim cooperation, we just dismissed those cases. Many of those cases weren't prosecuted at all, and if they were, maybe as a misdemeanor. But today we get to see so many cases being handled as an attempted homicide or a felony, and we're seeing the reduction of domestic violence homicides. And if I could do it yet one more time, I would invite all of my friends all over the world to develop an international task force that we can work on this particular issue together.
Okay. So if I could do one thing to reduce gendered violence, it would be to support education systems and teachers to deconstruct the root causes of violence themselves, to reflect upon their own practice and to improve the education systems we have across Australia.
Hi, I'm Romi Lister from the Young Women's Advisory Group to the Equality Rights Alliance. And my top tips for beginner researchers are that you can do research, everyone can do research. Work with the communities and the people you know, because that's where the best research comes from. And if you're nervous or don't know where to start, definitely find other people to work with, because it's easier when you share the workload and share the knowledge and experience between you.
So my name's Dr. Dale Hanson. I'm an emergency physician who developed an interest in injury prevention and safety promotion. Having arrived in Mackay, I was horrified at the frequency and severity of injuries of all different types that I saw. So I became interested in community safety promotion, which is about working with communities to empower them to address their own problems. So sort of a person who has a foot in the research camp, the practitioner camp and the community camp. So with regards to your questions about what's your top tip for research, my first comment is it's easy as a researcher to be very condescending, and actually as a medical practitioner, to be very condescending in your view of the ordinary people on the street, and to have an oversimplistic review that would just suggest, oh, we should just tell them to smarten up and somehow they'll miraculously do what I said. I'm yet to have a patient that's ever said to me, thank you, Dr. Hanson, for telling me to stop smoking. No one's ever told me that smoking's bad for my health. I'll just stop straight away. That's never happened. People are socially constrained, so human beings are both rational, social and emotional beings, or have all those different facets to our personality. And so just giving a rational message about, you know, you'd be smarter to behave this way is unlikely to be successful, because a lot of the choices we make are emotional, but certainly a number of the choices we make in life, including domestic violence, are related to the social environment that we've come in. So it's really important to understand that the community are wise and smart in their own way, though it's a different sort of smart to a more academic take on issues. So I think to genuinely have research that makes an impact on the community, ultimately, it's really important to engage with three types of experts. So one type of experts are the researchers, and they're the experts in what to do, maybe, they're experts in what to do, what are the problems. The practitioners and the policy makers are experts in how to do it. And everyone tends to forget the community themselves. Well, actually, they're experts in themselves. I'd like to say they're experts in context. They're experts in their own environment and what would work for them in their community. And I think to have effective research programs that ultimately make a difference to population outcomes in the community, you have to engage all those three people to have them. They all have to be involved in the conversation from the beginning in terms of what is the problem, what are the risk factors for the problem, what are the potential solutions. So the idea of top-down research where somehow the experts, in a sort of condescending way, define the problem and then just give their wisdom to the community is unlikely to work.